Okay. See if we got everything here. What? What a fade in. How did I mess that up? Oh, that's how. Okay, let's take that out. There we go. All right. Hey, what is up, everybody? Jason here. Welcome again to MicroCinema 4K, the world's highest quality live stream microscopy. Y'all know what it is. How's everyone doing? Let me pull up the. Where's my mouse? There we go. Pop out the chat. Yo, what's up, Teeny, Curtis, Mavis, Marcos? How's it going? Cajuina, maybe? Cajuina? Is there a Nia on that? From Brazil, or at least representing Brazil, with the br in the chat. And yeah, let's see. So today was an exciting day in California. It rained, and that doesn't happen very often in California, and especially not like. I guess it's maybe kind of getting around the time of year, but I don't, I think it's definitely unusual. And it was actually it was a cool day. It was like scattered showers. Sometimes it would like rain really hard for like 30 seconds, a minute, and then like immediately stop. And they were just all across the Bay Area, just these little tiny showers hitting. And so I went out east of San Jose to a park called Joseph D. Grant Park, and there is a lake there, which I think is like Grant Lake. And then there's like some trails that go up around near the lake, and it was just an awesome day to be out, even though it was like raining a little bit. I kind of like that. It keeps things nice and cool. The ground gets a little softer. It's like it didn't rain so much that the ground turned muddy or anything like that. It's just soft, and lots of ducks quacking and whatnot on the lake. And so I got some lake samples. We'll check them out. But one of the other nice things about being out when it rains is you get all this wonderful all the mosses and the lichens, they kind of really like come alive, and they stand out as you're walking around on the trails. Like you can just see them. They're all over the place. And so I actually collected a nice tray full of mosses and lichens here. And I thought we could start the stream doing a little bit of stereo microscopy, or well, I guess for you guys it's just regular like inspection microscopy. It's not 3D. But yeah, so we'll just poke around. One of the things that I often recommend for folks, after you get like a compound microscope to look at slides, I think your next purchase ought to be a stereoscope, because they really complement each other. Usually the maximum magnification on a stereoscope is about where you start on a compound microscope. And the stereoscope is useful for just all sorts of stuff. Hunting down tardigrades, which I did a little bit of that today. We should have some tardigrades may be moving today, but also just for looking at stuff, but also like inspecting your optics. Stereoscope just really adds a ton of value to the hobbyist arsenal. And so anyway, we'll just enjoy the Stereoscope today, and then we'll switch over to some slides and whatnot. So I don't know, we might look at some Petri dishes too with the Stereoscope. We'll see how we're feeling. So anyway, I'm gonna put myself away here, and hopefully the audio doesn't cut out or anything weird like that. Check. Okay, looks like we're okay. I'm gonna kind of scoot up here, and hopefully, yeah, I don't think I've got a big, my illuminator has this big like fan cooled power supply. It's making a lot of noise, but I don't think it's actually coming through in the broadcast. And so yeah, this is some tree moss here. This is a tuft of tree moss, and I don't know what specifically this moss is like called. I always call it like star moss because the kind of sprouts the kind of the pattern that it has a distinct like star shape when you look at it, sort of a starburst. And I am cheating a little bit today. I've got my ISO and my white balance set to auto just for the Stereoscope because it's a little much for me to manage. Yeah. Danilo asks if I have a video about what camera I use. I don't have a video about it, but I can tell you it's a Sony FX3. You know, generally speaking, a nice DSLR or mirrorless camera is going to get you the best overall results for sort of amateur microscopy, where you've got a real focus on like quality. So yeah, I chose the FX3 because it is a very good low light performer. And often in microscopy, you're kind of dealing with low light situations, especially at higher magnifications. Like you can see, for instance, and that's actually not that's a very like basic thing. So if I come up here at the lowest magnification, I'm just going to try to rack it like all the way in. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. See how it got a lot darker there now that the auto ISO kicks in, it changes up the exposure. But that is just a fact of life. A fact of higher magnification generally means lower light intensity. So it's good to have a camera that can perform well, even when there's not a ton of light. I should mention there are some folks on the Discord right now, though, that are working on some software to improve kind of like standard microscope cameras. So that's still definitely not ready for prime time or anything like that, but it's cool to see that project going. And it would be great to have more options in the sort of like $200 range. That's one where I always struggle to like recommend anything, because usually it's like, well, your cell phone probably takes the best videos, and yeah, the cameras can probably take good stills, but the video is always pretty garbage. So they think they can get some better video out of them, so I am eager to see if that is the case. Okay, so we have, yeah, this tree moss here, this star moss, as I call it, and then we can check out this. This is like a branch of a fallen branch, and it's got this awesome lichen going on. It almost looks like nopales cacti or something. Just so neat. And so this is the maximum magnification right here. And you can see all these little, interesting, they got little tidbits there on the end. I definitely don't know enough about lichens to give you guys a tremendous amount of knowledge. I guess they're symbiotic growths between algae and bacteria or fungus, something like that. That's something I know. They're certainly very interesting. I've actually, in the past, I've casually looked into like cultivating lichens, like as a hobby, and I ended up just figuring it was kind of too challenging to like really get into. But there are people that, you know, culture them. I'm sure there's plenty of scientists and whatnot that know all about growing lichens. This is kind of more on like the outer bits of the bark there, so you can see kind of the young stuff that's not fully formed yet. Curtis asks what stereoscope I'm using. Good question. I'm using an Olympus SZ40. It's a trinocular stereoscope. I actually picked this one up on a Goodwill auction. I ended up spending just under $500 for it. And one of the reasons I was willing to spend a fair amount on it is that it's a trinocular stereoscope. And trinocular stereoscopes are generally, they can go for quite a lot of money. But I found that going from just a regular binocular stereoscope where I would like put a camera adapter down the eyepiece tube, going from that to a true trinoc stereoscope made a huge difference in quality. So I'm definitely very, very happy with my purchase. And this is cool. This is some more like, and I really like this one. This is just such a cool looking, like, odd thing. Look at these little like kind of pads that grow up out of this. There's this beautiful golden yellow, and it's all mixed in with this other lichen here, which has these interesting little like like terminates in these kind of dark little spindle deals there. Just to give you guys like a sense of scale here, like maybe that circular one in the middle. Let me take a look at it. Yeah. I would say that's maybe like 3/4 of a millimeter, maybe half a millimeter. So you get pretty darn good magnification with these. And keep in mind, when you're using these with the eyepieces, it's a stereoscope, so it actually presents a stereo image to you, so you get to see it in 3D. And again, just so much. There's such a good value proposition, the stereoscope. Definitely something I recommend investing in at some point in your hobby. And then, so this is a moss. Let me try to kind of rearrange this a little bit here. There we go. Let's see, kind of zoom out here. Yeah, so this moss, I don't know what it is, but it's a hanging moss. It it shags off of the trees. Kind of like, I mean, in Florida we always had Spanish moss, but this is at least not what I would call Spanish moss. And maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a lichen. I'm not entirely sure. But it's cool. It has these like really interesting sort of webbing features to it here. Neat stuff. And then this here, this kind of golden green moss here, this is a really common moss that I see on tree trunks around here in California. I guess a different species there kind of mixed in with it. And yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I will often like collect when I'm hunting tardigrades to soak and then extract the tardigrades. Now, one thing I've never actually seen is through the stereoscope, I've never actually just seen a tardigrade like crawling around on this stuff. And I don't know, I feel like I've seen videos of that, but it's never happened for me. And there certainly are. I mean, I have no doubt that if I took this big clump of moss out and extracted it, that I would get plenty of tardigrades. And then there's other, I mean, there's certainly like rotifers in here and nematodes for sure. Always nematodes. But they just never seem to like really show up when I'm just investigating with the stereoscope. Maybe we'll see something. I did see a little mite earlier. Okay, Shadorma says that the moss, the kind of shaggy tree moss that we were looking at earlier, is lace lichen, which would make a lot of sense. Very lacy. Oh, this is an interesting little thing here. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, actually, now I'm realizing we looked at one of these. I was very transfixed by one of these structures a while back. This is like a little, it's like a moss sprout, I guess. I don't know. My nomenclature is off here. It's sort of like a flower for moss. Let's see. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing more little moss critters and whatnot. Maybe they all kind of walked away already. So it's just this stuff is just sort of hanging out in my bag. I've had the idea before that what I would like to do is actually start having some like terrestrial critter microscopy going. I need to figure out how to get some creepy crawlies under the scope here. I think that would be a lot of fun. We have streaming on the Discord before. I have shown I have pet beetles for anybody that doesn't know. Ernst and Elsie. And we've watched Ernst and Elsie run around under the stereoscope before. That's very cool. Let's see, and I guess we can look at, this is the kind of the last type of moss here. This is a moss that I find, I don't know why it's, let's see, maybe if I move this up a little bit so it's out of the way. It's got a lot of like glare. this moss kind of grows in like what you might call like fronds. So this is like one frond, almost like a fern. And then this is another kind of moss. I usually find it in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and it's all over the trees out there. And it's also another reliable source of tardigrades. Oh, I see something. I see something that might just be like a little bubble. I think that's all it was. I think it's just a little droplet or bubble rearranged in there. Oh, there's something. Hey. Maybe. Oh. I saw movement. It's always hard to tell because like there's also like evaporation of tiny droplets going on, so movement may not be organic. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We spent 20 minutes looking at some moss here. If there's anything else. Oh yeah, there's also this little this looks like a fungus or something growing on the this little stick here. Like a woodier fungus or something like that. So nice. Okay, let's see, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna manage this whole thing. Well, let's since we're here, we can try looking at some, actually don't know how this is gonna look. I have no idea. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. It's a little dim. But this is my my extraction sort of beaker here. So I put a bunch of moss in it, and then I waterlogged it and I let it soak for a while, and I squeezed it out. And this grubby looking thing that's worming around right here, that is a tardigrade. And you can see we've got nematodes, always lots of nematodes. We've got a rotifer right there, squirming. And so again, this is just like, oh, here's another tardigrade. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, very dark colored one. So yeah, this is kind of, you know, one of the benefits of having a stereoscope is that you can you know, get yourself let's see, I'm gonna try turn this off. Yeah. Let's see, that's too much. There we go. So, you know, one of the great reasons to get a stereoscope is you can do stuff like this, do your moss extractions, and then just look around for the tardigrades, pipette them out onto a slide, and then look at them in a lot more detail with your compound microscope. And so, you know, I use my stereoscope pretty much every time I stream. I'm using my stereoscope for at least a couple hours in advance. I'm kind of picking out critters and that I want to show to you guys. I can give you guys another preview of a slide we'll be looking at. this is the stuff. Yeah. Here we go. This is a sample that I made a slide from. I spent a long time picking stuff out of this one. So this is water and crud from Grant Lake. And so as you can see, we will be getting a good amount of ciliates, maybe some little copepods and whatnot as well. But yeah, stereo microscope, highly recommended. Little addition to your toolkit. Okay, so let's go ahead and one thing I forgot to mention is I also have a sample that is from much farther away, and that's a sample that I collected in Missouri. I was there for work this week. Give me a second here. I'm going to swap my camera over onto my main microscope. It'll take me 30 seconds or so. I've also got to reset like all of this stuff. It's very much the stereo microscope. I have everything set differently. Let's see here. Incandescent. Okay, that should be set that way. So we will move this guy over here. Let's try to screw this on. That should be good enough. All right. Right there. So, I hope this slide is still in good shape. I kind of made it a while ago. Let's take this off. Oh, I'll leave that on. Well, no, we'll take that off. And we will power on our microscope. Okay. We got something. We'll need to turn our ISO down, smidge, and get stuff in focus first. Okay, this guy, that, and pop that in. It's kind of looking like, yeah, we might have let this one sit too long. Well, I got something here at least. So I went to Missouri for work, like I said, and I think go this way. No. And I checked a bag. Oh, this is one more thing I forgot to do. 2 seconds. Yeah, put this guy back on. There we go. This is interesting that it's got this. Ah, there we go. Excellent. And then we'll just drop this bad boy on there. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Incandescent. Very good. Yeah, I went to Missouri, and with the intent on bringing back a haul of microbes and I ended up getting some that I got some. Oh wait, this is not the right. There we go. Come on now. Oh shoot, sorry. Ah, there we go. Sorry about that. Take me a minute. I don't know why this looks overly cool. But we'll work with it anyway. And so I thought I was gonna get like all sorts of cool stuff, new stuff from Missouri, and all I got in one sample I got almost nothing. And then in this other sample, I just got like almost all ostracods. A lot of different kinds of ostracods. I'm not necessarily complaining about ostracods. I think ostracods are pretty neat. But I was like really expecting to get something. And I got like almost no ciliates. We got a few Daphnia, water flea type things. Ostracods, Daphnia. And then what's really unfortunate is they appear to have expired. I did find a couple of cool rotifers. And I believe these are rotifers here. Unfortunately, since they're not moving, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on with them, but I believe these are Esplanchna, which are a variety of very large rotifers that are almost like comb jellies or something. They've got an interesting shape. I don't know. They're just very interesting little rotifers, but unfortunately, they seem to have not survived the extended period under the cover glass. I should have not put the cover glass on. Probably should have waited on that. So that's too bad. And then I think this thing here is this tube thing, by the way. I believe is a freshwater bryozoan. I saw some under the stereoscope. I saw some tentacles sticking out of it, but it's not doing anything at the moment. Those are always kind of interesting to find. I do like this ostracod here. This ostracod had like the markings on it are pretty cool. These little splotches, they almost have like a geometric sort of pattern to them. I think they're hexagonal or something. Yeah, just tons of these ostracods, like all sorts of ostracods and almost nothing else. So I guess I just haven't found the right place to look in Missouri just yet. Okay, let's go ahead and move on then. We can check out our moss critters here. And hopefully they're doing a little bit better. Although we've had tardigrades are sort of notorious around these parts for not showing up in the clutch, unfortunately. And we got a little rotifer though. Rotifers are actually known for pretty much always showing up in the clutch. That's just sort of a trait that all rotifers seem to share. You can always count on the rotifer. Just my dark field is maybe a little out of focus here. There we go. Whoa. You got a big old nematode here. Doing some flailing, as nematodes tend to do. Check out our little rotifer. Kind of up near the edge here. Got a kind of an interesting little mouth going on with this rotifer. Oh, look at you see, you guys see that? That it's almost like a. It almost looks like it has like little fangs, like little snake fangs. Yeah, see that? Like right at the tip. Oh, this is actually a very cool little rotifer. I mean, most rotifers are extremely cool. This one is unusual. Nematode button in. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Better not eat my rotifer or something like that. It'd be rude. More nematode action. Go back to the 4X here. Oh, look at this. Yep. Classic tardigradery. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it doing nothing. Unbelievable. All that time and effort. And it's just going to lay there. Unbelievable. There better be more on here. There better be one tardigrade. I am using my my new technique, by the way, of using glass microspheres to kind of prop up the cover glass, keep it from squishing anything. Oh, here is a tardigrade that is barely moving. Look at that. Whoa. Unbelievable. Got quite the pigment in here. I wonder if this is one of those... we were looking at that one with the stereoscope, and it was like super dark. I wonder if this is one of those. That's right, my 20x won't get dark field here. But all right. Hey, look at that. Look at these dorky little eyes. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's continue poking around. And what we'll do, here's another one of those interesting rotifers. Oh, we got a few of them. That's cool. We'll definitely check out those rotifers. Oh, hey, look at this. Hey, we got a tardigrade that is actually motile. Hey, look at you. I'm sure they're pretty cute, I guess. Right. Let's go ahead. We'll put a polarizer in. And oh, we've been using that the whole time. That's fun. Maybe we'll boom, put in another polarizer. Maybe we'll And yeah, someone was asking earlier about like the camera that I use, and I mentioned that I use an FX3. And I got an FX3 because of its low light performance. And here where we're doing crossed polarizers. Cross polarizers with a dark field filter in is a great example of why this is such a good camera for this. Because this is a pretty low light technique. I'm at ISO 5000 right now. So you can see the stylet there glowing, the kind of wishbone shape near the front. It's made out of calcium. It's always very bright and birefringent. And then you can see it's got some stuff going on inside of it. Here we are at the 20x. Alright, we got ourselves a little tardigrade. Let's see, we can do a try a wave plate. If that gets us any fun effects. Get a little bit of color up in here. Oh yeah, that makes the, so you can see there's sort of, kind of a, if you look at it's sort of orange peach colored right now. Oh, now it just turned to blue because it's turned the other way. But there's sort of like a network of little tendons that kind of lace, they're like interlaced in between, inside of the tardigrade, between all its moving parts. It's always neat to see in polarized light. No, Curtis, we have switched over to my Olympus BH2. Although my stereoscope, I do have a, I did buy a polarization accessories kit for it, basically, as a polarizer. So my stereoscope has an illumination base, and so I bought a polarizer that goes kind of in the base, below the glass plate that you put your Petri dishes on, and then I also have an analyzer polarizer. Ooh, there's a nice big tardigrade. This one looks cool, actually. Don't tell anyone I said that. Yeah, so I do have a polarization kit for my stereoscope, and it's awesome. I do really like it, especially when I'm looking at leeches. Wow, this is a pretty nifty tardigrade here in the cross pole dark field. Yeah, it looks like it's got some little spheres inside of it there. Those are interesting. Are those eggs? They're kind of not in the place I would expect eggs to be. Yeah, on my Olympus BH2, I have a, when you're doing differential interference contrast, you have an intermediate tube with the analyzer prism assembly. But that intermediate tube is also the one that you use for kind of basic polarization. And so I have a polarization slider as well. I'm using that. And then I'm actually just using the slider from my my DIC condenser right now. I put it over top of the field lens. to do cross polarization. But there's a million ways. Before I had any like official polarizing kit for my DH2, I just used polarizing film off Amazon. Dang, this tardigrade is actually kind of lit. I'm not gonna lie, this one, I'm very happy with the effects that I'm getting on this tardigrade here. Makes me want to experiment a little bit. Is this cellophane? Ooh, yeah. Let's see if we can get to some of my favorite effects. You all know I am a fan of the purple and green. Yellow. Oh, we got some purple. Oh, I see a little bit of green. Ooh. Wow. So I think that's what's turning green right now. I think is like the pharynx, like the musculature that controls the stylet. This thing's really oh yeah, look at that. Oh. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. Those little feet. Yeah, I love this. This is just polarizing elements, and then a wave plate, and then some cellophane on top of the wave plate. Why are you slowing down? Stop. Don't be an idiot. It's funny, a lot of times like people will comment, they'll be like, oh, like this is you're using like fluorescence for this, huh? Or something, like show them pictures and whatnot. And it's like, nope, this is all live. You can see it through the eyepieces. Okay. Well, this guy's evidently going to chill for a minute. It was fun while it lasted. Got a lot out of that tardigrade. Let us continue poking around here. Got some nematodes chilling. You find one of those big nematodes, would be cool. And there's another. Oh, there's one of the. This is yeah, one of those like yellow tardigrades there. That looks interesting. Cool. Knocked my polarizer out of the way a little bit here. This is just back to straight polarization. I'm gonna change out my condenser right now, just for giggles. Sorry for the solar flare. We'll put this one in for now. Try this out in a minute. Let's see, let's take this off. And then let's put this into Center there. Oh, this is pretty dusty here. Yeah. Good enough. Okay. What was that? Is that on the condenser? Yeah, it must be. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's our retard. Alright, let's go find down here. Well, maybe this is drying out a little bit. Let's go to brightfield. There we go, yeah. Yeah, I get a little bit more, just took the dark field condenser, or the dark field patch stop out of there. Nematode's always neat to look at in polarized light as well. I think we'll let's see, toss that down. There you go, like something like that. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Let's see if I do this. It cuts out some of that. Okay. Get it. There we go. Okay. I had like one really big nematode on here. Like really, really big. Well, maybe it's this one. Not moving. Okay, well, I guess. Oh, what's going on here? What's that? Oh. My condenser was like riding up into this. Well, let's go ahead. We will switch over to differential interference contrast. We'll pull out the big guns, as it were. Oh gosh, where's that stuff at? Oh boy. Yeah, bear with me here. Pop that bad boy in. Boom. That guy in. And take our polarization slider out. Pop our analyzer in. Boom. Bring this bad boy up. Let's find our. We should probably get this in. Go. Boom. 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 And then we'll go over here. Shazam. Boom. Okay. Welcome back to DIC. Or welcome to DIC. It's your first time. We got ourselves a little toter. Old toter. Oh, we got a, oh, there we go. Thought that looked a little odd. This is a colpoda, which is a primarily terrestrial ciliate. Very common terrestrial ciliate. And it makes sense that we found it here in this terrestrial moss. Oh, this is a testate amoeba right here. Someone mentioned they wanted to see amoebas. This might not be the kind of amoeba that you had in mind, but that is an amoeba. Oh, hey, look at this. That is an egg. Is it an empty egg? Maybe. Do I know what was in it? Not necessarily. Probably a tardigrade egg. Oh boy, here is our wacky, wavy nematode. A lot of people study nematodes. They're very successful species on the planet. Got some interesting properties, sciencey stuff. Oh, hey, Trick Track, welcome in. Got to say hello. Good to see you. Must be up early. Here's another one. So I want to find one of those cool rotifers. Ah, yeah. I think this is one. This is like an interesting rotifer species here. I suspect is like specialized or moss and whatnot. Look at the, yeah, on the snout of this thing when that comes into focus. Yeah, got some interesting little protrusions. And I wonder if those are just like kind of grabby, like grabby claws maybe for moving itself around on the moss. Definitely kind of strikes me as not a very aquatically adept rotifer. Like that's like it's grabbing stuff off of its foot. Oh, but now it's stuck on the foot again. Look at that. Almost reminds me of like an otter or something with like a shell. It's just like Holds it on its tail sometimes, grabs it with its mouth other times. There, yeah. Well, that's interesting. Look at it spinning it like that. Is it trying to eat it or something? I don't know. It's weird. All right, we'll find some other ones to look at. Maybe see what those tardigrades are up to. Nematode. Tardigrade up to nothing. Just sitting there. Nematode. Slowly flailing. Got a little ciliate here. Some little terrestrial duder. Oh. Yeah, there's a tardigrade. Not up to anything. I wonder if any of these other... Okay, there's one that's going around. I don't think that's the same one that we saw earlier. Nematodes. Big tardigrade. Another little ciliate. This is going to be pretty darn thick. Okay, we gotta go all the way. Oh, this is super interesting. Okay. I saw him before, and I kind of just neglected to mention it. Let's see. Let's see if I get it good. Go a little bit like that. This is cool. So yeah, this is with I got my 40X on here right now. And this is a little ciliate. And I don't know what kind of ciliate this is. It's a little one. But you see that brown thing inside of it. I do know what that is. That is a fungal spore. So that's pretty interesting to see inside of a ciliate. I did not know that ciliates would consume a fungal spore. I did see more of those spores hanging around. Maybe we can kind of run into one here. What do we got here? Oh, it's a little diatom. Diatoms are everywhere. Yeah, is a fungal spore. I saw some more for the 10x. It's a pretty small fungal spore, but it's definitely a fungal spore. Yeek, nematode. Chilling there. Huh. Yeah, I wonder where those went off to. I remember seeing a whole bunch of them. Oh, we got a little, I didn't know that was on here. Got a little mite. Oh, got a nice chunky rotifer here. I keep seeing these little things too. That's a space peanut. I don't know what that's all about. That looks kind of a bacterial colony sort of thing, but can't say for sure. Here's another. I think this is another one of those rotifers with the weird head. Yeah, look at this. It just has a weird movement. It just doesn't conform to, like, it's definitely a deloid rotifer, but it doesn't really move like most of the deloids I'm used to. Yeah, stay up here. Yeah. This one's got, it's very vibrational. Dang, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. Like, look, that's like a, you know, a rotifer maybe right there. There's little, I think these are like little moss bits. A lot of cool stuff here in this extraction. I wish I knew more about kind of all the stuff that you'll find. Like, there's a little algae there, a little green algae, flagellated algae. There's a good chance I'm like passing over some cool stuff just because I don't know that it's cool. Big nematode. When they hold still, you can actually, you know, look at them. Let's go up here. So this is 0.1. Let's try that. So you can see these things have, this is with the 40X here. This things actually have some pretty gnarly jaws. As you can see there, like it's got like serrations, like pincher like jaws. But I've never actually seen one of these like eat something. Like I know nematodes are, I've heard that they're potentially predatory. But I've never witnessed it myself. It looks like this one's been eating though, because it's, I'm pretty sure all this like tan stuff inside of there is food. So good for it. Kind of wild creatures, you know. They're very, very simple. The mouth, body, and a butt. Okay. Well, perhaps we shall hop over to our final slide of the night, which is going to be, we looked at the Petri dish for a second, our lake water sample, which hopefully is doing okay, better than our Missouri sample. Let's check it out. There we got some Spirogyra. Now, who would have thought? Spirogyra? In a lake sample? Crazy. And we got some of these awesome cyanobacteria here. I guess these are maybe oscillatoria of some kind, these like filamentous ones. God, they're beautiful. They're really, really green. Really cyan green. Like, you know, when you look at them with the stereoscope, they have this just tremendous, here we go, here's a nice clump of them. Tremendous green color. Oh yeah. And then this was the other thing that I was seeing. Is the water is full of these little spindle things here. And I don't know offhand what they are. I assume that they are cyanobacteria just because the water was kind of green looking. Let's see, that's the top. Bottom, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, this stuff is just kind of all floating around in there. Okay, that's the bottom. Yeah, that's the top. Oh, I should be able to with my yeah, this is with the 40X here. Take a look at these things. Yeah, these have, look at that. Okay. There's certainly some interesting stuff going on with these. They look like they're segmented, but then you look at that, this one's got that tip cell there that is different. And I think the others might have that too. Like there's another one there where the tip's a little different. So like You see like cyanobacteria like Annabena or nostoc have different cells, like nitrogen fixing cells, and those are always called heterocysts. So I wonder if this is some kind of heterocyst cyanobacteria. That's really cool. Oh, look at these little look at this little tiny, this really thin filamentous bacteria here that's swimming around. Diatom. Always gonna have some diatoms. Wow, these are cool. These are things that I don't think I've seen. Sorry about that. I don't think I've seen these before in my samples. Oh. These are sick. Yeah. Bananas. Oh, they're just so interesting. And they twist a little bit as they nosy around, and they're like right here, right there. I'm focused on like the very top, so you can see the outside of the cell that has like, they're like perforated, like where the cells are, the segments are. Oh man, they're just mysterious. I don't know. There's something about these cyanos that I really enjoy. When you get them all moving together like this. So weird. They're such simple organisms too, you know? It kind of reminds me of the Basilaria, watching those move around. Yeah, we're doing on this one. Get that going. Dang. Okay. Let's see if we can find some other stuff. We got a copepod. It is, these things, they always seem to, oh, okay, it's flitting around a little bit. All right. Hey, we got some rotifers. We got some rotifers. And they're doing normal rotifer things. Rotifacting, as we've called it in the past. I saw something. I saw like a really small little bacteria, a little filamentous bacteria go down in there. I think these little things, these rods are maybe too big. It's after smaller stuff. Squeezing around in there. Man, rotifer's just neat. Yeah, swing back out this way. So you can see on the mastax there, those ridges. Oh, got spooked. And then you can see as well, maybe this one, we were able to see it for a second. These two are kind of jostling each other here. Okay, you can see there, that thing. It's got a little snorkel. It's like a like a Reddit snoo, you know. It's got the little doodle bopper coming out of its head. That's called a dorsal antenna, covered in little sensory hairs. Like a little sensory antenna that the rotifer can use to, sense movement in the water. Hey, it's Euplotes. And another rotifer. Several rotifers. Awesome. Euplotes, a hypatric. There are tons and tons of species of Euplotes. This is a single-celled ciliate. And these things, I have watched Euplotes in the past, just kind of nosy around, eat up cyanobacteria. Here we go, with the 20x objective here. And you can see they just have a really cool, like, oral groove. Big old thing. Oh, I didn't quite want that. But one of the things that's always really striking to me about watching these ciliates with their oral grooves is just how, like, effective they are at, like, hoovering stuff right up into the mouth. You know, you'll be watching them, like, swim around and stuff will just get, like, sucked right in. And then Euplotes, you might have noticed it when it went on its side, but Euplotes have essentially like little legs. It's one of their defining characteristics. But the legs themselves are actually just little specialized bundles of cilia. This one is going all over the place here. Oh, just barely see it there when it went sideways. Oh boy. Alright, we will move on to an easier target here. Hopefully. Should have plenty more stuff on this slide. Oh, hey. Yeah, check that out. So yeah, this is a worm. Oh, hey, look at that. So I remember pipetting up this one specifically. It almost looked like a little ciliate, but it's a little baby worm. It looks like it's probably the same species. It looks very similar to this big one over here. These are really interesting, though. They, you guys might recall a while back we watched a green worm, a Typhloplana, eat up a rotifer, and these, when you're watching them in the stereoscope, they have a very similar shape and like way of swimming around as the Typhloplana do. I think this one's a little bit squished. Not like totally, but just kind of flattened a little bit. Wow, I mean, it's really incredible to see how much motion they generate with their cilia. Oh, this is interesting. This little plant here has like thorns on it. Hey, it's a little gastrotrich. Ooh, that's a spiky gastrotrich. We'll come back to you. I think there should be a few gastrotrichs on here. Wow. These things are so cool. This is an interesting little like circle of cells there. I wonder what that is. So this is the top right here, and then look at that. You can see the mouth there. And this is kind of focusing down inside of it. Yeah, we'll just focus down, 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 down. And then this is the underside of it, looking all the way through it. Oh, hey, is this that? Oh yeah, this is that little one. Oh, this is so cute. We got like the papa and the little puppy. This is a little puppy worm. Look at those eyes, those little kidney bean eyes. Thomas is asking what my polarization setup is. Yeah, so I have a there's just a polarizer insert that goes into the same intermediate tube as the differential interference contrast slider, prism slider. So I have that, and then usually for my the DIC condenser, basically all DIC condensers have a polarizer in them because you need to polarize the light first before it goes through the condenser. And rotifer. And so I have the slider, and I just took out this screw that kind of holds it in the condenser, so I can just pull the slider all the way out. And then when I want to do polarization, I use that polarizer. I just plop it down on top of my field lens as my initial polarizer. And the reason I do that is just because it's a good quality polarizer. It crosses to very dark extinction with the one in the intermediate slider. But in the past, I've just used. You can just get stuff off of Amazon. You don't have to overthink polarization. There's a set that I get of it's like 10 3x3 pieces of polarizing film. That stuff seems to be pretty decent quality, like the polarizing film itself. And so you can just get that, and you can just drop a piece in between the binoculars and the objective turret, and then just put another piece over the field lens, and you'll do just fine. There really is no like great mystery to polarization. You can get slightly better results by having like all the official polarizing condensers and optics and whatnot, but it's really not that tremendously important. This worm, oh man, oh, he's going. We get a little profile view. Wow. Little cutie pie. And we just know that this thing is actually a vicious killer, but it's a very cute, vicious killer. And it's just so hard, like the snout, in front of the eyes there, like it has that little concavity to it that just gives it a distinct snoot. We'll leave the worm for now. We will focus on another critter here. Looks like maybe Frontonia. Is it eating a diatom? Oh yeah. Oh, it totally did. Just swallow up a little diatom there. Oops. Wait, what the heck? Did it just run away like really fast? What the heck? That was crazy. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, this is Frontonia. Ooh, yeah. This is a single-celled critter, a little ciliate. And we can see by the coloration that this thing likes diatoms. There's another one. There should be a bunch of these in here. Hey, gastrotrich. Whoa. What in the frick is this? What? What? What the heck is this? Whoa. Is that a... Oh, dude, that is a... I believe what we're looking at right there may have used to be a Frontonia. Whoa. What the heck? What is this? Dude, look at the way it's coiled. Oh, this thing is like, I thought it was just misshapen, but I don't think it is. I think it is just weird. Like it's distinctly, you guys see that? How like back here, it's got like a sort of a zigzag from being like coiled up. Dude, this is like this thing's gnarly. Whatever this is, I suspect that this is a predator. And a Ciliate that I have no idea what it is. None. I do believe it is a Ciliate. It's not a worm. Whoa. Dude. No idea what this is. I don't remember pipetting this up distinctly either. This is... What the heck? What are you, dude? Like, it kind of looks Dileptus-ish, but it doesn't really look like it. The mouth, the front bit's all wrong. I think that front bit is a like, I think the snout itself is like a mouth. It's not like Dileptus where it has like a tentacle and there's a mouth partway down. I think the front of this thing is the mouth. Whoa. Wow. Dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is like it's sort of like, you know, when you see a snake right after it's eaten something. It looks a little oddly chunky.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out, little gastrotrich. This thing might not be very friendly. Yeah, Thomas, the wave plate goes right above the lower polarizer. I use a full lambda plate most of the time. It's like, I don't even know where to start looking on this thing either. Oh, dude, the way it coils up. that's so distinctive. That's so unusual.
Yeah.
What do you mean, let you know when I find out what it is? Are you trying to say that you're not gonna make an attempt yourself? I'm just like, oh, we'll just let old diatoms do all the work. Rude. Rude. What do you expect from Germans? Generally a rude people. Everybody knows that. Like, I'm looking for... Oh, there's something... Okay. This little pattern of vacuoles here. That's interesting. That'll probably be in a drawing somewhere. You know, these are the little things that you always... Look at it. Look at it curled up. Like a lot of times when I'm taking footage of something that I'd like to identify later, you know, what I'm looking for often are like little patterns that I think would probably make it onto a drawing. Which, you know, it's not always clear. I mean, but like positioning of vacuoles is a big one. I think this thing nominally is a flat, but it's twisted into a ribbon. Like it's a flat, but it's twisted. Okay, it's on the move now. Oh, I would love to see this thing take a swing at something. Dang, guys. It's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but still, you know, there's always something new to find. Always. Always something out there that's going to blow your mind. Yeah, now this thing is kind of stretching out. So you can see that, like, that long line of vacuoles. That seems to be pretty important. Thomas asks, what indicates ciliate over worm? That's a good question. It's hard to like put into words. Because there are sometimes worms that, you know, there definitely have been worms that I have thought might be ciliates in the past, like Typhoplana viridata. I would say like one thing is like this thing clearly has. One thing it definitely does not obviously have are like other cells. And it looks like there's nothing like cohesive. There's no musculature inside of it. And then these vacuoles inside of it are very ciliate-ish. And I don't know, just kind of the ways that it moves. Part of it's definitely experience. When you know, you know. Oh man, I want this thing to interact with something right now. Oh my god, what? Yeah, I would not be surprised to find it's a relative of Dileptus, but it's definitely not Dileptus. Ooh, is it going to spit this up? Or, oh no, it's just trying to switch. It's trying to stretch over this thing here. Couldn't quite get there. I'm also noticing on the tip, the very tip of this thing, some interesting structure to it. Oh, I think it's called a trichocyst. Like kind of a stinging apparatus that predatory ciliates have. Is that the trichocyst? Well, that's a worm right there. Okay, worm. Okay, I don't want to lose this thing. Crap. That's right there. Yeah, worm. Yeah, you can see just the inside has some structure to it. There's like a intestinal system. The way it moves too is just different. It's got a very distinct mouth. We'll Google this thing. Pseudomolicon answer. No. Don't think so. That thing's got... See, this thing doesn't have a tentacle. That Pseudomolicarion or whatever that is. It just looks like a Dileptus with like a really long skinny tentacle. And this one, that's the other thing that I have not seen. I haven't seen any evidence of this thing having a mouth that's like set back from the tip. And that's like one of the characteristic things of Dileptus, is that the mouth would be like right in the middle here. I mean, maybe it's, I'll look carefully. I mean, it could be obscured by this last meal here, but I don't think so. Like normally, it's pretty easy when you watch Dileptus, especially in DIC. It's pretty easy to see the mouth. It really jumps out at you. It's hard to miss. Wow. Unusual. I'm wondering, there should have been like a lot of ciliates on this slide. And I'm wondering if they're all like congregating somewhere. All right, I'm gonna just kind of look. Okay, I think I see where we are generally. We'll go poke around some more elsewhere. I feel like there's Frontonia. Oh, there's a nice little worm. Gosh, I kind of want to like actively attempt to feed this thing. I don't know if I can actually make that work or not. We'll look around here. Oh yeah, here they all are. What are you guys doing all over here? This is a little Frontonia party. Ooh, look at those little red orbs inside of that one. Oh, that one's got one too. Whoa! Oh, unreal. What's going on with that? Yeah, look at those. You've been eating something that, wow, I've never seen that inside of a Frontonia before. What has it been eating? This stuff? Oh, maybe this, I think, is purple sulfur bacteria. Maybe it's been eating that and kind of concentrating the pigments. That's wild. I've never seen anything like that. It's so red. Look how red that is. That's unreasonably red. It's got kind of a greenish blue one in there. That's an interesting little flagellate there. I mean, I just can't stop thinking about that thing. Y'all know I like my predatory ciliates. What if there's another one on here? That'd be crazy. Oh, look at that worm. Yeah, this is where we were at, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I think this thing's kind of boxed in here by the Spirogyra. Oh yeah. I remember picking this up. Oh, we got some other little ciliates there. Yeah, let's check this out. So this was kind of interesting. There was a snail that was, well, actually there were a bunch of snails that were cruising around in the Petri dish. And one of the larger ones had just this huge outgrowth of these ciliates sticking off of it. Oh, and then look at these. These have like the stalks have. So anyway, with my my trusty mouth pipette, I kind of scraped the a chunk of the ciliate colony off and deposited it on the slide here so that we could take a look. I want to say these are maybe like Epistylus, perhaps. All coming out of a common stalk, growing together. Get some video for the highlight reel here. Spinning around these little diatoms. See, we can probably get them. Well, there's a, gosh. It's not Cenodesmus, is it? Maybe it's Cenodesmus. That little, quad of algae there. This is with the 40x right now. And like these, I don't know if that's bacteria or fungi or what that's growing off the stalks. But that's also very interesting. And these things just doing their thing. Oh, it got something in there. It got that little green thing. Is it gonna swallow it? Oh, there it goes. That little algae. That little algae has been incorporated. Like it or not. Seem to be pretty effective, considering we didn't have to watch too long for them to swallow something up. Yeah, Marcus is asking if this is a deep well slide. This is actually not a deep well slide. This is, I decided to try something a little different out. So basically, I just made a thick, flat slide. I made it deliberately thick, and then I used number 0 cover glass. The number 0 cover glasses are high key one of my like favorite things that I've come to use. Number 0 is just so helpful for pond water stuff. Yeah, so I did that, and then my new trick of using the glass microsphere impregnated Vaseline, and this one might have been fine without those, but I put them in anyway, and yeah, just to help keep this thing propped up. I do generally like the results I'm getting with those. Well, here's our little worm friend. And there's our Ciliate. Again, our mystery Ciliate. Emphasis on mystery. What a weird thing. No idea what that is. No idea whatsoever. That's kind of rare for me, I feel like. To just see something I have no idea what it is. Be completely at a loss. Maybe it's what is it, Spathidium? Could that be something? I've only seen Spathidium in I think it's Spathidium is the word I'm looking for. This worm eating this little algae, just chowing down. So they are beads from a company called Cospheric. Cospheric basically specializes in all sorts of little spherical things. They've got, you want glass spheres, they've got glass spheres. You want titanium dioxide spheres, they got that. You want fluorescent microspheres, they got that. If it's spherical and smaller than a millimeter, Cospheric, they've got it. Cospheric does not sponsor this channel, but maybe they ought to. So I got a sort of a economy bag. I got a kilogram of glass microspheres. Nominally, I think 150 micron diameter. And I mentioned this a couple streams ago, but I basically sifted them down to more precise diameters. So I'm using my the prop-up microspheres here are 90 to 125 microns in diameter. Okay, so here, I'm gonna try something. Okay, yeah, give me 2 seconds here. I'm really not expecting this to work. But, you know, we take our shots. Where is my little doodader? All right. We're going to do a little bit of mouth pipetting. Did you see that? You see that Ciliate? That whoa! What is that? Whoa! Oh, I think that's a spirostomum there. So I just injected a bunch of. I mouth pipetted up. Oh, hey, look! It's Didinium. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, so cool. Okay, wow. We've got some predators and a lot of prey. So yeah, I deliberately injected some alive stuff with the hope that I can get things to come over here. Oh my gosh, I might have just accidentally put some really cool stuff on the slide. I hate when that happens. Do a little bit of brightfield here. Look at that, we got a rotifer. We got our little Frontonia coming in. Lots of Frontonia in this sample. What are you? Are you just a... I don't know what this is. Maybe it's just a Frontonia. But yeah, look at this. Hey, this is another predator. And this one, I know what it is for sure. This is Didinium. And this is actually really cool because years ago at this point now, I found Didinium at this same lake, and I watched them. This is before I had a camera. I watched them all night, just absolutely slaughtering paramecium, just eating them up. And they would just eat, and they would swim around, and then they would split, and then those would go off and hunt and eat. And it was insane. I started off on a slide that had like 3 Didinium and like dozens of paramecium. And the next morning, I kept the slide overnight. The next morning, it was like 3 paramecium and dozens of Didinium left over. It's kind of boxed in here. I kind of regret this the Spirogyra now. I wonder if I can like very carefully extract the Spirogyra. I do kind of have access to it. Yeah, because it's coming off here. I could get this one here. If I could like pull that one out, I think I would sort of give this this predator some more room to run around. And maybe if I pull this one out, it's gonna be a tough one to get. That's so interesting too. Oh wow, look at this. So this is something else that I think is just really fascinating and probably not all that surprising necessarily, but like the Frontonia have all collected in like the same area. And what that says to me is that like there is some chemical, for whatever reason, I don't know, it's the oxygen or concentration or whatever, but like for whatever reason, you know, the Frontonia prefer to swim over and to be in this area. And like, look, like there's no reason that these Frontonia couldn't be up here. There's nothing blocking them from being up there, but they're down here. They're right here. And like, this is just specifically the place for Frontonia to be on this slide, I guess. And so it's really interesting to me that you get like all these things, you know, they were all over the place when I put them on the slide, and now they're just all right over there. Who knows why in particular, but that's where they are. Look at that Spirostomum going around. And we got another little Ciliate trapped in here with this thing. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. What if I took that thing out at least? Pulled that one out. Alright, I'm gonna try to pull some of these Spirogyra out, and we'll just see what happens. Give me a second. Okay, well, I wasn't able to really just slip them out necessarily, but maybe I shook things up a little bit. The other nice thing about having a, well, that's an interesting rotifer. The other nice thing about having the microbeads in there is that you can pretty confidently move around the cover glass without worrying about like accidentally squishing something. That's another benefit of the microbead technique. When you move the cover glass around, it like really it moves like it's on rollers, because I mean it basically is. Yeah, we got some nice rotifers showing up. Oh, here's our here's our little worm, our little baby worm next to a rotifer. Now don't you dare, little puppy. You're not big enough to take on that rotifer. Oh, there goes a little spirostomum. Brightfield. Brightfield is such a nice, like, when you get it just right, when you get like a nice scene, it's such a lovely technique. Everything just looks like it's kind of drawn in a sketchbook. It hurts my heart when I see people massacring their massacring their brightfield with like turning down their condenser a whole bunch and getting weird kind of results. Has a nice Loxophyllum there. That's cool. Clean it. So we bring it open, turn this way down, and we just tap it down a little bit until we get some nice clean lines. Just so much more delicate, pretty looking. Eric, welcome in. Eric's asking if Didinium will eat Frontonia. In my experience, Didinium have been remarkably picky. They don't seem to be... Ooh, that is a really cool gastrotrich. Got some big old tail on it. Okay, I want to find our... before anything else happens, I want to see if we can find our mystery Ciliate again. Okay, there's that worm. Gotta be around here somewhere, right? Oh, there's a nice Euglena. We can check in on that later. Spirostomum. A wormy duder. It's possible that, like, when I was jostling around the cover glass, that I sort of allowed it to escape, and it could be roaming free somewhere. It's a nice Loxophyllum. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, no, it's basically right where we left it. There's that little Ciliate there. Oh, look. Oh, it's getting under the Spirogyra. Oh, go, buddy. Go, 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 go. Just keep going. Keep going. Oh, it can't go because of the... It's stuck. Now I have to be careful, because if I jostle this too much, I might accidentally like rip it in half. I've done that before. I managed to behead a stentor one time doing that. Those were the days. Oh, there's our Didinium. That's cool. Oh, this thing really wants to explore. trying to just sort of jostle this a little bit in a way. Give it some room. Where's that Didinium at? Let's go to the 4x so we can kind of see an overview here. See Didinium there, and then like when I was watching them eat the paramecium, I mean, they were very deliberate. And when they got close to a paramecium, I mean, it was game over. And I really feel like they are like specific about what they eat. I thought I did see a paramecium over here earlier. Let me just add, I'm going to add more. I'm just going to add more water to this thing again. And we'll just keep rolling like that. Since that seemed to liven things up here. We got one in there with it. We got one in there with it. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, we got a little Euglena too. Oh my goodness, what fun. I apologize to anybody who's like, what the heck are we still doing watching this thing? But you know, those of you who know me know, I can't just disregard a mysterious predatory ciliate. Oh, it looks like it's got pretty good clearance in that direction. Oh, it's still just, it needs to poop. It really wants to go. Oh. Oh my God, I want you to get out of there so bad. Okay, this one. Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to get this thing out of here. Hey, check that out. Okay, we'll take a minute. Take a minute to watch our Euglena friend in a Loxophyllum. That's cool. Look at this thing. That's a big Euglena. That might be Euglena gigas. Just ever so slowly cruising. Go with the 40x here. This way with it. Oh yeah, there we go. There's our Loxophyllum. That thing's sweet too. These are really cool. I love them. They're also predatory, I believe, although not quite like as voracious. I think they're more just like swallow something up. That's cool. Okay. Here's our little looters again. Our little predatory buddy should be around here somewhere. Oh, look. Oh, that's too bad. We missed it. We missed it, but it pooped. And it doesn't have that that hunk of stuff in it anymore. I wonder if we can see that somewhere. Well, that's good. Now that should be able to get out, because that was the only thing that was keeping it from moving around. You know, it just needed a little bit of privacy, I think, is you know, so it was good. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I have trouble going when no one's watching. So makes sense. Actually, I think that's yeah, that's what was in there. That is ciliate poop right there. Looks like it might be a little constipated. Usually it's more more dispersed than that, but okay. Well, now this thing's got an empty belly, a slim new physique. Let's get this rotifer down in here. There you go. Yeah, just swim that way. Just go. Oh, man. Yeah, I want to say, now that I'm watching this thing more, I feel like I have seen some similar ciliates depicted in my book on marine ciliates. A lot of marine ciliates are similar to freshwater ciliates as well. And we'll take a look after come on, buddy. Go on, go on, go on, go. It's just not quite brave enough to cross over the threshold. I feel like it'll be a lot happier once it's out of here. So this worm, I feel like, is a little bit of a snappy dude itself. I don't think this is a tremendously friendly worm. Come on, buddy. Gastrotrich. Don't eat my gastrotrichs. Gastrotrichs are off limits. The way it just folds up. That's crazy. Is that the same one? See it all the way over here. You go. Dude, there's so much cool stuff in this sample. I feel like we haven't even really like explored all of it. I mean, I just made one Petri dish. I'm sure there's other stuff swimming around. I just don't want to leave this thing. I feel like as soon as I look away, it's going to do something cool. At least I know where it is now. Ooh, we got a nice little herd of rotifers over here. Not really a colony, these aren't colonial rotifers, but all hanging out. All thought this little piece of debris was a nice place to be. Well, there's rotifers inside of here. Thing. Oh no, our this worm, unfortunately, this one might have been a little too big for my my messing around with the cover glass. I'm sorry. Sorry, little buddy. It was in the name of science-ish. Yeah, I've seen this thing before. Ah, what are you? Tempted to just get up and go grab my book. Let's do a little bit of polarized light, you know? mix things up a little bit. We've been in DIC for a long time. I guess we were in brightfield there for a while, but we'll polarized light. There is our our little duder. Wow, look at these little algae here. And then the spire gyra. Okay, so let's pull this down. Up. Right there. And then we'll use the wave plate. Oops, right here. And we will do that with it, perhaps. Just want to give it a little bit of extra. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really neat, actually. This effect here. Oh, it's, oh, come on, you just, come on, yeah, stay over there, Okay, JK, we're not doing polarization because this thing doesn't show up at all. Oh my god, where'd it go? There it is. All right, it got out. It's out of containment. There's a Didinium nearby. It'd be wild if it was if it ate the Didinium. That would be a thing. That's a cool Ciliate. In danger, perhaps. Oh my gosh, should I go back to DIC? Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back to DIC. Yes, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna send it. Okay. Sorry, folks, if you're watching, you're probably tired of this thing. But we're not gonna miss an opportunity to watch this thing do something. At any point during MicroCinema 4K, it is possible that one of the microbes may take over. I'm also getting a little hungry. It's problematic. You know, I had after on my drive back, so to go over to this lake, you have to go over the mountains that are east of San Jose. And when I got back on the other side of the mountains, I stopped at a nearby In-N-Out. It's been a minute since I had In-N-Out. And let me tell you, In-N-Out, oh, it's just fabulous. Like, No, I think a lot of people hear stuff like that and they try it and they're kind of disappointed. And it's not like, it's not a tremendously gourmet burger or anything like that. It's just darn good at being what it is. It's a nice little smash burger. Well made, always consistent. I will absolutely defend In-N-Out against any critics. Now, if you are ever... Ooh, look at that. Is that little... Maybe that's... Algae is very red. I wonder if that's what those Frontonia have been eating that gives them that really red inclusion. Yeah, if you ever go to In-N-Out and you're not sure what to get, I will tell you my recommendation is the double whole grilled. It's a double cheeseburger with a slice of onion. It's a whole slice of onion that is grilled on the grill and then placed on the burger. I think that is really a fantastic way to put onion on a burger. And if I'm feeling extra hungry, do the well done animal style fries. Oh, okay. Because the animal style fries on their own are a little just the dressing and the grilled onions and the cheese and all that, and the fries are kind of soft and the whole thing's kind of weird, but if you get them well done, they'll be extra crispy, and then the animal style works really nice. So that's the Diet Tom's pro tips for In-N-Out. Dude, this thing, I swear. You better do something. Here. I know it wants to do something. Euplotes. It's got a... Look at this. This ciliate here is also interesting. This is a very curiously shaped ciliate here. It's got kind of a leafy shape to it. It's not a Frontonia, and it's not a paramecium. Not a Loxophyllum either, even though it's leafy shaped. Where did our little bad boy get off to? And there's our Didinium. And see, our Didinium hasn't really taken note of these Frontonia. Where did our little bad boy get off to, though, actually? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Well, it feels like this thing has its choice of stuff that it could eat if it was interested in eating. Like, go up in this direction. Look at all that stuff. Look at all that good food up there. Oop, oop, oop. Oop, oop, oop. gastrotrich. Be careful, buddy. Don't trust this thing. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna get up and go grab my book. I'm gonna grab my book on marine ciliates, which I think I feel like there is an illustration that I remember seeing something like this. All right. Okay. I love this book. It's like, it's got pictures. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing some ribbony looking stuff. Yeah, so okay, one to look up is Kentrophorus or Kentrophorus. Which, if this thing is taxonomically structured, would be related to the Sessilid, which would make sense, but also the Loxophyllum might also make sense. Homalozoon. Ooh, this looks pretty solid. I'm seeing the vacuoles in these pictures. I think Eric might have answered the $64,000 question. Yeah, cytostome with trichocysts. Yeah. And the one line of contractile vacuoles. I like it. Nice call. That's one that's a name I've heard a bunch, and it's actually not in this book. I wonder if it's related at all. Whoa. So this is interesting. There's like a little ring of those bacteria. Was it Homalozoon? I think that would be like how you say it. One thing that always annoys me about these like descriptions is that they never like, you know, they never mention it like, oh yeah, it's predatory, like it eats this. Like they always just describe it. Like, how are you gonna not tell me what this thing eats? I'd really like to know. Is that like a tiny little pediastrum colony? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of Googling off to the side right now. Okay, interesting. So, Homalozoon is from the order Haptorida, which has the families of Didinium, or Didinidae, Lacromaridae, Trachelidae, Spathilidae. Like it's like a who's who list of predatory ciliates. This one's so cool too. I really like this one. The way it like tumbles as it swims. Well, we might have to just call it and be thankful we identified it. But we could keep looking around at stuff too. I mean, I just don't want to dwell on that thing for literally hours. Maybe just 1 hour. It's so cool we found something like that. I'm gonna add some more water to the slide though. Do that. Okay. Now we see if we can even... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's still right there. I love these these turns that it makes sometimes. Ah, you just know this thing's gonna stab something up. Okay, best of luck, Marcus. I wonder, you know, the other things that I wonder about too is it like, you know, just having them on a slide maybe kind of interrupt their feeding routine. It's possible. And maybe they want to swim in a certain way. Wonder where that Didinium got off to. Is that a little Loxophyllum there? I think I picked up a Loxophyllum when I was slurping up some more water. And that Loxophyllum still kind of boxed in over here. Let's do we'll do a little bit of let's see what these guys have a polarization response at all. Let's find out. Maybe we'll do a little phase contrast too. Oh yeah. Hello. Absolutely. Ooh, pretty. Oh, there goes a little gastrotrich. We can find a good spot. Hey, cyanophyte. Yeah, good to see you in the chat, man. Cyanophyte, a fellow microscopy creator. Ooh, look at this. This is one of those cool, bigger gastrotrichs. Oh wow, polarized light. This thing is absolutely going fire. Whoa. Ah, little dragon. Wow, look at the way this thing swims. It like almost like cruises. It like kicks and then cruises a little bit. that all these little scales and whatnot, they really show up in the polarized light. Oh man. These are very, very sparkly. I do enjoy that. A little bokeh. Get a little bokeh going. Oh, here's our little puppy worm. And maybe the Loxophyllum. Future puppy worm. Oh, that's not anything. Wait. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Just a little hint. A little spice. There's that gastrotrich. Where'd our little Homalozoon get off to? Remember, it did not have a very strong polarization response. It might be hard to see. Oh my gosh, it escaped containment. Wow, there's more of them over here. Wow, they'll just come down here. There's a little piece of a worm, a little worm segment. Oh, there's our Euglena with nice birefringent paramylon grains. There's that Didinium. It is. Oh, Didinium in a cage. Let's add a little more water.
Well, miss, I guess I'll be on my way now. You just give me a...
Okay. So I tried to get even more stuff on here. I'm just really loading up the sample. Oh, that's a fast-moving little rotifer there. This is kind of sick. Right here. It's really interesting. Like, there's just seems to be endless ways to orient the wave plate. Like, this is such an interesting little. I've gotten this one before, actually. I do believe. Kind of the brown background with the orange and blue. Karina says it's the best sample ever. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying. Picking a favorite sample is that's difficult. It's something I do think about a lot. Like, what are my great streams? I do think we're pretty good about reliably getting a lot of very cool stuff, you know, on like almost every stream I'm able to generate something that makes me just say wow. This is interesting. When I go to the 20x here, that this sort of the character of this changes a lot. I guess it's just generally there's more blue leaking through normal stuff for polarizers. Sorry, I'm muttering polarization thoughts. Oh, hey, look at that. There's our Homalozoon. Homalozoon. Oh, this is actually one thing that is pretty cool. That I just noticed is let's see, let's take this off and then let's just find extinction there. Oops, crap. What the heck? Where'd it go? Where did it go? Wow. These are so neat. The way these like render, they look not real. They look like little like video game pixels or something. These little algae. The way they grab the light. Da da da. Homalozoon, where'd you get off to? I wanted to say what was cool about you. That's cool, rotifer. Da da da. See, let's deliberately come out of this a little bit. That'll help me see better. There it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. And now, fellas. Yeah. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold is what's cooler than being cool. FYI. Actually, I think this was a little bit better when I had the wave plate on. It was a little more distinct. Yeah. So what's interesting to me is that the tip of this thing actually does have a little faint little polarization response. And to me, that says something about the structure of the, I guess, the cytostome. Oh my gosh. Dodging me again. Where did you get off? Unbelievable. How? There it is. You guys see that? That it is, you know, for the most part, there's not a whole lot going on polarization-wise, but right here up at the front, it's got some stuff going on. And I wonder if that is it just because it's really narrow there and that's how the whole body is coming down? Maybe that's the case. But whatever it means, it likely, see here in the back, it doesn't seem to be doing it that much. It's like specifically up here at the front. There are like structures there that are probably like very linear. Kind of, it's all packed in there. It's interesting stuff. Kind of stuff I like to think about. Ghostly. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this worm. This worm has just been snapping up these little algae. And now it's full of them. And they're like little colorful little baubles inside of it. And look at the wonderful range of colorations on these algae. It's beautiful. What do those look like in brightfield? Okay, do it. the 40x. Well, let's turn this way a little bit. Yeah, these algae, they're all green inside, but their shells, their lorica, all seem to have kind of different colors going on. Yeah, look at that. Let's see if this thing would just hold still for a second. Nope. Come on, buddy. Yeah, like you see the circles around these algae. When I kind of focus halfway through them, they all have unique little colors. That's really interesting. I wonder how that ends up, because it's like one of those things where it's like, well, I accept that, that algae can probably have different colored shells. Doesn't really surprise me, but it is interesting to me that like they would all like that they're not all the same, like in the same sample. Kind of feel like you would get like one main type. There's that bright red stuff. I wonder if these things are eating that. Man. I just love these scenes here. Really, it's some polarized light. Oh, we did mention. I did mention, and I never followed up on it, that I ought to do some phase contrast. That looks about right. Yeah. Let's see if we can check it. We could move it a little bit, perhaps. Look right there. Whoops. Jumped on me there. Come on, buddy. Okay, that's not bad. And then we just bring it back up. There we go. Nice and sharp. There's a little spirostomum. Another one. Oh yeah, the cyanos. Those look interesting. Whoa. Go to 20x phase contrast. And so you can see where they're all like on top of each other. It just kind of goes back to normal. When they're isolated, they have kind of an interesting way that they portray themselves. Be curious to see our little Homalozoon friend. Up here. There's our Didinium. Still see these. This Didinium would, if this Didinium ate Frontonia, it would already have consumed one being here. Oh, there it is. Here's our little buddy. You can see those vacuoles, they stand out real nice. There's Didinium. See, right now, I mean, it would be, if these things, if it wanted to eat these things right now, I mean, it would be absolutely slamming them down. Absolutely slamming them down. I cannot express how, like, absolutely voracious Didinium is when it decides to bite. I mean, it will, whoa. Like when I was watching them eat paramecium all that time ago, I mean, it happens so fast. It's crazy. Like it's like there's a paramecium. It's like watching a sport fish, like a bass or something, like swallow a lure or another fish. Like it just wolfs it down, just with absolutely no mercy. And that was so reliable. Like it would, like, as soon as it touched a paramecium with its proboscis, I mean, that was it. That was dunzo. So I feel like confident in saying that, like, the Didinium are very selective about what they eat. And probably that proboscis is, like, chemically, like, it will only trigger on a paramecium. Just curious here. I'm doing yeah. My camera's not quite light sensitive enough to do polarized light. Polarized light phase contrast. Phase contrast is a very, very light dim light technique. Yeah, this thing's absolutely just like that other little worm. It's swallowing up these little algae. And that. That's funny. Little morsels for the worm. Well, cool. This has been quite a slide. Not too many diatoms in this. I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, there are a lot of diatoms. They're just really small ones. Like there aren't any kind of like big showy diatoms around. I'm surprised. I think, what are we at? We're at probably like over 3 hours at this point. Oh god, yeah, we're at like 3.5 hours. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I think it's probably time to turn in. Maybe grab a little snack before bed, but yeah. It's too bad we didn't get to see our little fella do any attacking. This is kind of cool. Just looking at, I haven't looked at these bubbles in phase contrast before. These kind of tell you a little bit about how phase contrast works. Okay, y'all. I think we'll officially call it for this evening. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in, saying hi. Big thanks to Eric for a very clutch ID on our mystery predator. I like to see that. And yeah, we will. Oh yeah, next weekend I am going down to visit a friend of mine. I'm actually gonna go drive down with a friend of mine to visit another friend of mine. Down to like the Bakersfield area, and normally there's really no reason to get excited about going to Bakersfield. It's not a place to be excited about. But I've never collected from down there, so I might try to sneak a little collection time in. Find some interesting, I don't know, creeks or something. There's got to be water in Bakersfield somewhere. So maybe next Sunday we'll have another remote sort of sample from farther away than I usually go. So yeah, until then, I will catch you all later.